Cristiano Ronaldo has said many things in his lifetime, but none of them were as controversial as his recent statements. He flat out said that the Saudi Pro League is better than Ligue in France. I really don't know about that one, bro. But either way, we're gonna put Ronaldo's opinions to the ultimate test today. Because today, guys, the Saudi clubs take on the French clubs in a Champions League battle. 8 of the top Saudi Pro League teams will go head-to-head against 8 of the best teams from France. We will have group stage matches, quarterfinals, semifinals, and a final to crown the eventual winner that will either prove Cristiano Ronaldo's statements right or prove them wrong. So let's go. Let me show you how this is going to work, because it's going to be a little bit different than our previous videos. But before we start, guys, please hit the like button for me. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button with the little noti bell. Let's get into it. It is France versus Saudi Arabia for all the Champions League glory. So yeah, we will be taking the top 8 clubs from each league as of January 23rd, 2024. And the top 8 clubs from France that will be participating are PSG, Nice, Brest, Monaco, Lille, Stade de Reims, Marseille, and RC Lens. They are the top 8. They all qualify. And the top 8 current Saudi Pro League clubs that will qualify are Al Hilal, Al Nassr with Ronaldo, Al Ali, Al Tawoun, Damak FC is in 5th, Al Fateh, Al Ittihad is in 7th with Benzema, and Al Ettifaq, who is in 8th. Now that we know the 16 clubs that will be participating, 8 clubs from France and 8 from Saudi Arabia, we have to seed those 16 clubs into 4 groups of 4. We usually do it via the wheel or via 2 wheels, but today we're doing it a little bit differently, guys. I want this competition to be as fair as possible, so we are actually going to be using 4 wheels, and every single wheel is a pot. So the first pot is the pot 1 Saudi clubs, and those are the top 4 current clubs in the Saudi Pro League, which are Al Hilal, Al Nassr, Al Ali, and Al Tawoun, and those 4 clubs will be distributed 1 per group. Then we have pot 1 France clubs, and those are the top 4 current clubs that are in France, which are PSG, Nice, Brest, and Monaco. They will also be distributed 1 per group. Pot 2 Saudi clubs are the clubs that are 5th to 8th in the Saudi Pro League, and they are Damak FC, Al Fateh, Al Ittihad, and Al Ettifaq. They will also be distributed 1 per group. And finally, we have pot 2 France clubs, and they are the clubs that are currently 5th to 8th in the top division of French football. They are Lille, Stade de Reims, Marseille, and RC Lens. They will also be distributed 1 per group. This is definitely the most fair way to seed everybody, because we're not going to have PSG and Monaco in the same group. We won't have Al Nassr and Al Hilal in the same group. This way, every single group will have 1 top Saudi club and 1 top French club, 1 mediocre Saudi club, and 1 mediocre French club, because we don't really want to have one group that has all the good clubs and then the rest of the groups are kind of just blah. We want every single group to be as equal as possible. So let's start spinning the wheel, the pot 1 Saudi club, and find our first pot 1 Saudi club for Group A. Who is the top club that is going into Group A? And it will be Cristiano Ronaldo and Al Nassr. Now we need a pot 1 Saudi club for Group B, which will be the top Saudi club for Group B, and it will be Al Hilal. The top Saudi club for Group C, and it will be Riyad Mahrez and Al Ali, which means the top Saudi club for Group D, it will be the only club on the wheel remaining, and it is Al Tawoun. So we've seeded our top Saudi clubs. Now we have to seed our top French clubs, and the top French club that is going into Group A to join Al Nassr with Cristiano Ronaldo, it is none other than Kylian Mbappe and PSG. Now we need a top French club for Group B to join Al Hilal, and it will be Monaco. Now, which French club is joining Al Ali in Group C? And it will be OGC Nice. The final top French club remaining is Stade Brestois, aka Brest, and they are going into Group D to join Al Tawoun. We got our top 4 Saudi clubs and our top 4 French clubs seeded. Now we need to seed the pot 2 Saudi clubs and the pot 2 French clubs. Let's start with pot 2 Saudi clubs. This pot 2 Saudi club will be going into Group A to join Al Nassr and PSG, and it will be Al Fateh. Group B has Al Hilal and Monaco, and the pot 2 Saudi club that is going in there might be the group of death. It is Karim Benzema and Al Ittihad. Al Ittihad is definitely better on paper than what they are in the standings in the Saudi Pro League, because they're currently in 7th place, which is not very good, honestly. They have some very good players like Benzema and N'Golo Kante. So Group B with Al Hilal, Monaco, and Al Ittihad, that's going to be tough. Group C has Al Ali and Nice as the top clubs. Who is the pot 2 Saudi club that is going into Group C? And it will be Al Ettifaq, which means the pot 2 Saudi club that is going into Group D, there is only 1 left, and it will be Damak FC. Damak FC joins Al Tawoun and Stade Brestois. And finally, we got to seed the pot 2 France clubs as the 4th club in each group. Group A has Al Nassr, PSG, and Al Fateh, and the pot 2 France club that is going to join them is Reims, Stade de Reims. Group B with Al Ittihad, Monaco, and Al Hilal, and the 4th club that is going in there from France, it is Lille. This is definitely the the group of death now. Which pot 2 France club is going into Group C? It will be Marseille, and I think they might be one of the favorites here, actually. Group C has Al Ahly, Nice, Al Ettifaq, and now Marseille. Marseille definitely looks like the stronger side in this group, which means the last pot 2 France club on the wheel, it is RC Lens. They are going into Group D. And I think in Group D, RC Lens is also the favorite because Group D has Al Tawoun, it has Brest, and it has Damak FC. RC Lens just seems to be on top, but maybe I'm wrong. You never know. As you can see, guys, the 16 clubs have been seeded in their 4 groups of 4. Let's head to the end of the group stage matches. Ronaldo made some bold statements. Make your predictions down below. Who's progressing? Who's going home? You know the groups. Let's go. Our group stage matches of the France versus Saudi Arabia Champions League are over, guys, and I looked at the standings and we have like a mixed bag of results with one major shock. So we start in Group A, where the major shock actually comes from. Al Nassr topped the group. Maybe expected, maybe not, but second place went to Stade de Reims, not PSG. 10 points for Stade de Reims, and PSG finished on 8 points. They are eliminated. Al Fateh probably expected also to be eliminated, but I swear I thought it would be Al Nassr and PSG progressing, maybe Stade de Reims and PSG, but it is Stade de Reims and Al Nassr that are going through. In Group B, the group of death of Al Hilal, Al Ittihad, Monaco, and Lille. This was also quite a shock to me because the 2 top teams are both from the Saudi League. Al Hilal went undefeated, 5-1-0 on 16 points, and then it was a quite close race to second place, but ultimately Al Ittihad came out ahead of Monaco and Lille. Al Ittihad went 2-2-2 on 8 points. Monaco, very disappointing. They did score a lot of goals. They scored 10 goals, but they conceded 14. They finished on 5 points in third, and Lille with Jonathan David, they were not very good. Jonathan David did not perform well whatsoever. Lille only scored 4 goals in 6 matches. They finished bottom of the group on 4 points, so we got 2 French sides going home. But then in Group C, it was the reverse of Group B. We have 2 French sides moving into the quarterfinals, while 2 Saudi Arabian teams are going home. Marseille, like I said, they probably were the favorite in the group, and they proved me right. 13 points, 4-1-1, and Nice came a close second, 3-2-1 on 11 points. Al Ahly with Riyad Mahrez, I thought maybe they would perform a little better, but they ultimately finished in third, 2-1-3 on 7 points, and Ettifaq FC, especially without Jordan Henderson now, they went absolutely winless, 0-2-4. They scored 8 goals, conceded 13, 2 points, going home bye-bye. And finally, we come to Group D, where in my opinion, the most impressive team comes from, and it is RC Lens. They topped the group. They went 4-1-1. They actually scored the most goals out of any club in the competition. Let me just double check that. Yeah, the most goals. They scored 17 goals in 6 matches on 13 points. They finished top. Stade Brestois, Brest, they finished in second. So again, we have 2 Saudi Arabian teams going home. In Al Tawoun, Al Tawoun tried to keep it competitive. They were 4th. They are currently 4th in the Saudi Pro League. They finished on 7 points. And Damak FC, 1-1-4, 8 goals for, 12 goals against, only on 4 points. Just probably not good enough. They're eliminated. So in our last 8, the quarterfinals, we have 3 Saudi teams remaining and 5 French teams remaining. Al Hilal will take on Nice. That should be an interesting matchup. Al Nassr will actually face Al Ittihad, so it will be Ronaldo versus Benzema. RC Lens will take on Stade de Reims, and then Marseille will take on Stade Brestois. But I'm still in just utter shock that PSG is not here. I can't believe PSG is eliminated. They were definitely one of the favorites to win this competition, but they're going home empty-handed. Let's go to the end of the quarterfinals, guys. See who's gonna be in our last 4, the semis. So the quarterfinals are over, guys. Let's go through the results. It was Nice versus Al Hilal, and the aggregate was 5-4, and it was for the French side, Nice. Al Hilal, the first current place side in the Saudi Pro League, is eliminated in the quarterfinals at the hands of Nice. The second quarterfinal of Al Ittihad with Karim Benzema, they were facing off against Al Nassr and Cristiano Ronaldo. The aggregate was 4-2 for Cristiano Ronaldo and Al Nassr. So Al Nassr is going to the last 4. The only team that's remaining from the Saudi Pro League, they are in the semifinals. In our third quarterfinal, it was Stade de Reims taking on RC Lens. The aggregate was 5-3 for the most impressive side so far, and they keep on impressing. It was RC Lens. They are moving into the semifinals as well. And finally, our last quarterfinal, it was Stade Brestois, Brest taking on Marseille, and this one was definitely a little bit of an upset. I think Marseille was probably the favorite, I would say, but they lost 4-2 on aggregate. So Stade Brestois is in the semis. Marseille is going home, which means our two semifinals, they look like this, guys. It will be Nice taking on Cristiano Ronaldo and Al Nassr, and then RC Lens will try to book their ticket to the final, but they gotta get by Stade Brestois. Definitely not the semifinals that I expected, to be honest with you guys. I expected maybe PSG or Monaco to be in here, maybe another strong Saudi club like Al Ittihad or Al Hilal, but only Al Nassr is here from Saudi Arabia, and then we got Nice, RC Lens, and Brest. But France still has the advantage, 3 clubs to 1, so let's go and see who is going to be in our last two, the final. I want to quickly pause it after the first leg, guys, just to show you what's going on. Al Nassr versus Nice. The first leg, 3-2 for Al Nassr. So going into the second leg, the aggregate is 3-2 for Al Nassr and Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe they will get to the final. Stade Brestois versus RC Lens. The second semifinal, the aggregate is 2-2 after the first leg, so it's all up for grabs for any club. Both of the second legs of our semifinals are over, guys. It was 3-2 on aggregate for Al Nassr in the first leg. The aggregate came out 5-4 for Al Nassr, 2-2 in the second leg. Nice ran out of gas. They lost to Al Nassr, so Cristiano Ronaldo is gonna be in the final. And the second matchup of Stade Brestois and RC Lens, it was 2-2 after the first leg, up for grabs in the second leg, 2-1 in the second leg. That was the final score, 4-3 on aggregate for RC Lens. And that only means one thing: our final of our France versus Saudi Arabia Champions League, it will be Cristiano Ronaldo with Al Nassr taking on a very surprising but a very well-performing club in RC Lens. Who is going to win this one? Both clubs are walking in. Welcome to Wembley Stadium. There's Sadio Mane. There's Talisca. Al Nassr is looking to prove everybody wrong. Cristiano Ronaldo is looking to prove everybody wrong. But RC Lens is in the way, and they've been very good during this tournament. It is kickoff time here, and Al Nassr starts with the ball. They are in their yellow kits, of course, and RC Lens is in their darker kits. Brozovic going forward. Brozovic with the shot. Early shot. Ronaldo to Otavio. It's blocked by Kevin Danso. Danso will play it to Samba. Samba to Danso. What is going on? Samba with a terrible pass. And Otavio gives Al Nassr a lead here. My goodness. What a terrible, terrible pass. First by Danso. Samba just got to clear it. You passed it into no man's land, man. That is a horrific play by the RC Lens goalkeeper. 1-0 Al Nassr, 6 minutes in. Can RC Lens strike back? We're going to have to wait and see here. Sotoka carrying forward. Sotoka makes the pass to Thomason. Wahi! 12 minutes. Wahi instantly equalizes for RC Lens. What kind of match do we have on our hands here? No one is playing defense. No one is covering anybody. 12 minutes in, we already got 2 goals. It's 1-1. Al Habiati, I think that's how you say it, to Mane. Mane to Ronaldo. Ronaldo. Samba! Are you kidding me? Is that the save of the match? Is that a save of the tournament? That is unbelievable. Samba made up for his mistake, but now they do have a corner, though. It only goes as far as Abdul Samed. Samed too clears as far as Otavio. Otavio with a shot. Mane collects the ball. Otavio to Ronaldo. Back to Mane. Mane. Brozovic. Talisca. Ronaldo. Ronaldo again. Ronaldo's just standing there for some reason. I don't know why. Otavio will carry forward for Al Nassr here. Al Nassr inside to Talisca. It's 2-1 Al Nassr, 26 minutes in. Like I said, the teams aren't playing defense. It is Anderson Talisca from Otavio, and it is 2-1 for Al Nassr. We might have to do a video where we put the top sides of Saudi Arabian clubs into the French League for 10 seasons as Sadio Mane is carrying forward. Let me know if you want to see that video on the channel. Comment your thoughts down below. Mane carries forward. Kevin Danso is in the way, and I think it's going to be a goal kick. It is. Mane inside to Ronaldo. Ronaldo will play it to Tejas. Tejas, Alex Tejas carrying forward. He's covered. He'll play it inside to Brozovic. Brozovic, not a great pass. And now we are in stoppage time. Wahi carries forward, but he sees Sotoka making the run. He's covered. He'll backheel it to Aguilar. But that is going to be halftime. A wild first 45. We saw 3 goals and both teams struggling defensively. Second half is underway. RC Lens need a goal. Will he look for a cross here? A ball into the box. There's the ball into the box. Brozovic out. As far as Mane will go all the way to Ronaldo. And now Ronaldo will collect and play it to Otavio. Otavio in the midfield. He sees Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo striding forward here. Ronaldo. What's he gonna do? Lays it off to Mane. Mane, Talisca. That is a beautiful goal. That is a beautiful goal by Al Nassr. Tic-tac-toe. Ronaldo started it. Laid it off to Mane. Mane did not want to be selfish. Look at that. He could have shot. Nope, he laid it off to Talisca. Talisca basically into an empty net. Samba can't get there in time. It is 3-1 for Al Nassr. Otavio carrying forward to Mane. Will they get a fourth? No, Kevin Danso in the way. Aguilar, he's been a very good player for RC Lens in this match. He plays it to Satoka. Satoka to Wahi. Wahi going forward. They might make it 3-2 here. They probably will. Maybe not. No, Wahi, what are you doing, bro? You should have just shot the ball. That's just terrible decision-making. And that's the final whistle. I mean, I don't know what to expect of this final. I don't know what to expect of this Champions League format. Was it fair? You guys let me know down in the comments. Was this a fair test? Was Al Nassr tested properly? Were all the French clubs tested properly? But at the end of the day, it looks like FC24 prefers Al Nassr. They are your champions. And I mean, you could say deservingly so. They got out of a group with PSG. They beat Al Ittihad. They beat Nice. And now they beat RC Lens. And Ronaldo will lift this trophy. Al Nassr are your France versus Saudi Arabia Champions League winners. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments about how you think this tournament played out. Do you think Al Nassr was tested properly? Maybe we should have structured the groups differently, although I thought the groups were pretty fair and structured very, very evenly. Or maybe this experiment needs to last for a longer period of time and not just one tournament, maybe for 5 or 10 seasons, where we put the top French clubs and the top Saudi clubs into one league and then see what happens over the course of a decade. But hey, in this video, Al Nassr are crowned champions. Cristiano Ronaldo went into a Champions League with Al Nassr, took on some French clubs, took on some of his compadres from Saudi Arabia, and beat them all. As always, my friends, thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay happy, stay healthy, always keep smiling, and I'll see you guys in the next video on the channel. If you got any other cool ideas that you want to see on the channel, comment them down below. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon, all right? Peace, 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 peace.